everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Liz from Liz's Party Designs. Today I'm working on a coloring book or activity book template. This is how you'll receive the template in the Cricut design space. You will get 3 separate templates, but you'll only be using 2 of them depending on what design you go for, following the video that I show you how to create this. So what I mean by 3 different templates. So for this one, you'll be able to create a front and back cover. For this one, you just need to create 1 full page cover, meaning 1 whole design on the whole booklet. But then your front design or your front cover sheet needs to stay within this space. Same for these 2 shaded areas are shaded differently for a reason. You need to stay within this shaded box and within this shaded box with your design. Do not go outside of those boxes, because once you do, they will overrun on the other sheet of paper, or they'll overrun from the front to the back and the back to the front. Simple as that. So then also for the activity sheets, that's the other. This will definitely be used in all the activity on all the books. Your activity sheet design in this space is the other template. So whatever activity or game or coloring page you wish to put in the booklets need to stay within this shaded area. So one design on this side, another design on this side. Alright, so let's get started. I am going to start with well, I'm going to create both ways so that you can see how it is done. But I want to start with this one most importantly, the full cover sheet one. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have to remove this. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I have no idea why it's doing this. Many blessings to the people that use Cricut design space on a daily, because I don't know where y'all get the patience from using this software. But alright, so I'm going to start with this one because we're going to eventually be moving this box here. That box is placed there to tell you where you need to stay within the line, but this is going to be a full cover design. So click here to the left. Always start clicking to the left, because if you click on this one, it's only going to give you this one. I'm going to fill it in with, I'm going to go to my images. My pattern is already downloaded into my library, so it should already be there. I'm going to come up here to operation, and I'm going to go to print and then cut. I could tell Cricut made a update that I haven't used in a while. I'm going to go to standard, then I'm going to click on the color palette here, or the color little square here, and I'm going to click pattern. My pattern that I want to use should already be uploaded here. It is. It is like the pillow cushion type looking pattern that I want to use for this template. Alright, so there's my pattern. If I remove this, it's fully there, but I don't want to remove that box yet. Put it back. We're going to put it back. We're going to delete it in just a minute, but I want to put it back for now. What I'm going to do here is I am going to move this box over here. Okay, I'm just going to slide it right over there. That's just covering our back cover so that we're not designing anything there yet. And just keep that just keep this around. It's handy. Don't delete it, like I said. What this means here, so this is not the actual size of the templates. They are enlarged for recording purposes only. So what I'm going to do here is it says right here, full page cover sheet. Okay, we got that. Now, my second step is going to be to design in this space. I need to stay within this area to design my cover sheet. Okay, so for my front design, I'm going to come over here to uploads. I already uploaded a frame that I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and get that inserted. And this will be my front cover design for this one as well. But what I'll do over here is I'll change the backing just so that you can see the different options that you have to create, whether you want it to be a full cover design or a half and half with front and back design. So I'm going to place my frame. Actually, I'm going to move my frame over just a minute. I'm still going to create something here. I'm going to shapes. I'm going to go to square. I'm going to bring that square over here. I'm going to find just about the middle part. Alright, so I made it enough to fit here in the middle of the front cover here. And I'm going to make that a gold. And I'm filling that with the gold. Okay. Let that fill in. Now that we got kind of where our front is supposed to be, so now I'm going to bring this back to the front. Move that back just a minute. I'm going to duplicate this. And I am going to put it down to a 3.75. And I'm going to fill it with the blue. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to bring my frame and make sure it's in the front of my design and not in the back. Center that as best as I can. Now, I'm going to remove this. We're just going to put it over here to the side. Don't throw it. Don't delete it. That's going to be us. That's going to be our template to know where to design our front space when you do a full cover sheet. So now I am going to add my baby, my Royal Prince baby, to the pattern or to the front cover. You'll see my assembly video. My assembly video is, is going to be the same. Whether you design in Cricut, Canva, Silhouette, whatever it is that you design in, it's pretty much, it's just going to be for design purposes, it's whatever software you're using, and that's why I record. Alright, so there is our baby here, and then I can add the text. Whatever text you want to, welcome baby is what I'm going to put just for this. Welcome baby. And then we could change the font style and your color over here. I'm just going to pick the blue. I'm trying not to make this video as long as it needs to be. Alright, so the font can be changed as well. I'm not going to do that right now. So then now I want to come over here to my front design cover. I'm going to fill that with that same pattern as this one. Alright, so I'm going to go to standard, click on the color pattern or pattern option instead of color. Click in my background choice. I'm going to remove the wording. Can move it down here just so that we're not getting lost anywhere with anything. And then my back one, I want it to be, it doesn't have to be this color, but let's just play around with it, and I'm going to choose, and I'm going to fill it with the gold It doesn't have to be this. You pick whatever design you want, whatever colors, etc., etc. I've told y'all so many times. You create however you want to create. Now, this is the front and back. This is how you will create the front and back, and this is how you will create just a full cover sheet, or a full cover sheet for your booklet. I think that is the most time consuming step, was the first way I did it versus the way I did it now with the front and back different color sheet. Again, you're going to design within this space, and you're going to design within this space. Now all I would do is just copy and paste all of this that I have on this side. Alright, so there we go. Got everything situated. And then you put your font down here. I'm not doing all that again. So then now I'm going to come down to my activity sheet. Okay, everyone. So we are here on the design page or design file for the Cricut software. This is for the activity coloring book page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I enlarged the template just for recording purposes. This is not the actual size of the template. So what I'm going to do is click on upload. You've already seen the front cover design. You've seen me input the font and all that, so we've already got that covered. I have moved on to the inner part of the work activity book or game book, whatever you want to call it. What I'm going to do is upload the shape. This is a little bit different from Silhouette software, only because I don't want to mess around with the sizing and all of that. It has just got to be too much with Cricut and working with that feature. So what I'm going to do is unlock my tool here so that I'm able to downsize it and bring it in on the sides as needed. So then I'm going to do that first and then move my shape over my... It doesn't matter what side you start on because the coloring pages are just going to be inside the booklet. It doesn't matter whether it's right page or left page. And then we're going to size it to the space. Alright, so that's my first game. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I downloaded my games into my library. So all I did was go to upload. I'm going to go to upload image, browse, and these games are in my download history folder in my computer or file. Give that a minute to load. Go to downloads. And then I'm going to go ahead and select another game that I have here, which is just any random game. These were purchased on Etsy, and you can find a lot of game activities and downloads in that on Etsy through vendors as well. I like this one because it matched the theme I was using. So I'm going to use it as a print and cut, and then I'm going to click down upload. So that's going to go into my Cricut library. Alright, I'm going to click on it and I'm going to insert images, and it's going to go to my canvas. Once I'm in my canvas, I'm able to size it down to fit my shape on this side. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom it down just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to come back up to where my template is at. And I'm going to click on the image again, unlock it, so that I'm able to adjust. I'm staying within this template, so let me bring up the width I need for that before I squeeze it into. There we go. Now I'm going to move it up to the top of that template line and bring it down. into place. There is our template sheets ready to be printed. I'm sorry, our activity sheets ready to be printed and assembled for our activity book, game book, or whatever it is that you're creating. I will have more of these in the future as far as with birthday themes, more baby showers, maybe a bachelorette game or bachelorette party game, bridal shower games. There's so many different activities you can do with certain events and stuff like that. I thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the assembly video.